Hello, I'm McLaren and welcome to the Wednesday weigh-in at the weekend vodcast. This is week 3 and I was very apprehensive going into this week and quite annoyed going into this week as well. So here's why. Apprehensive because last week it was a gain of £3, which is terrible. This part in the weigh-in shouldn't be putting on weight, but gained £3. So had a lot to do this week. Really wanted to essentially try and do a lot better, do some exercise this week, maybe eat a bit more sensibly. As it happened, I didn't. Didn't at all. And in fact, I found myself in the pub on Friday night and had a sudden revelation. And we videoed it.
I think I've worked out why I'm having a problem with losing weight.
Slightly poor quality video, I do confess, but it was shot in the pub and it was quite late at night. Anyhow, you kind of get the impression there. Going out and having a few beers with the boys was definitely not going to help. But then you still got to do stuff like that, in my opinion. You just got to be a bit more sensible about it. Anyhow, with all that in mind, I faced the Wednesday weigh-in at the weekend with a certain amount of trepidation yesterday. The other reason, of course, that I wasn't looking forward to the weigh-in was I had to lose weight this week because both Darren and Barry had called me Fatty Ali this week on the Extra Portions podcast, and I was having none of that. In fact, you know what? I'm declaring war on them. As far as I'm concerned, it's perfectly simple. I don't care what they lose this year on the run-up to the 1st of April. I'm going to lose more. I'm determined I'm going to lose more. I'm having none of this nonsense. They will have no call to call me Fatty Ali ever again. So that's it. The war has been declared. The gauntlet has been laid down. We're going to go for it. With all that in mind, let's have a look at how we did.
It's 26 minutes after 2 and it's time for the Wednesday weigh-in at the weekend. So we're basically trying to lose as much weight as we can, but just by being kind of sort of sensible about things and just kind of eating sensibly and doing a bit more exercise and that kind of thing. Last week on the weigh-in at the weekend, after the guys on Wednesday had lost a lot of weight, I put on weight. I put on £3, took me to 15 stone and £2, and I was gutted, absolutely gutted about it. But you know, it was maybe just a good sort of awakening moment, and hopefully, you know, if you put on some weight, then hopefully it helped you as well. It's that time. It's the time when I get to stand in the scales and I can have my lunch after this. I don't eat up until this point. But yeah, so we're ready to do it. As ever, we're going to vodcast this, so you'll be able to see the video of this late on Sunday evening. But here we go. Let's find out what the weight is. So last week, 15 stone and £2. Let me get the scales started and we'll find out exactly what... Oh, here they are. I will stand on the scales and we'll see what we've got. I have to say I've been so nervous about this week. Really, really nervous because I just felt that this week hadn't been much better than last week. 15 stone and £0.5. Oh, thank goodness for that.
So there we go, £2 off. Very happy about that, obviously. And the even better thing being £2 off on a week when I really didn't necessarily do anything major to help me lose weight. So this week, got to go for it again. This week I have to start exercising. Obviously going to eat sensibly this week, but I have to start exercising. The reason being, I discovered, and if you heard the show yesterday, you'll know about this, but I discovered that in my drunkenness a week past Friday, I agreed to do the Chris Hoy half marathon, which is in exactly 12 weeks' time. And if there's one thing that's absolutely true about me, which is that if I do one of these things, I have to be prepared for it. There's no way I could do one of these things without being well prepared. So that's going to mean a heck of a lot of exercise over the next 12 weeks. So there we go. So I have no excuse any longer. You know, unless I get sick between now and then, it's going to have to happen, and that definitely will help. So it'll be interesting to see what we end up with next week. So 15 stone and £0.5 at the end of week 3, and I'm looking forward to week 4.